Hello, it's Dr. Mearson. Today we are going to be finding the equation of a curve using our graphing calculator. Here are our steps. First, we're going to have to locate 3 points on the graph, and then we're going to follow the calculator steps, and then we're going to put our numbers into the general form f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The numbers that they're going to give us are the a, the b, and the c. So let's go. First example. Find the equation of the following graphs. So here we see that we have at least a couple points labeled for us. So let's write those points down. Now, when we write those points down, I want you to write them one underneath the other because it's going to be easier for us to put them in the calculator. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, this point right here is at -4, 0, because it's an x-intercept. Okay, this point here is 0, -4 because it's the y-intercept. We need one more point. So we're going to look for see where this curve crosses through a perfect corner. And I see that there's one right here. See how that curve crosses that perfect corner right there? Then the corner of this little box it crosses. And that's the next other x-intercept, which is going to be 1, 0. So now that we've located 3 points on the graph, we're going to follow the calculator steps. First, we're going to press stat. Here's my calculator. Turn it on. And we're going to locate the STAT button, stat button. And that button is right here below the delete. This is the statistics button. So that's what stat stands for, statistics. And that's what it is going to help us be able to get an equation. So let's press the stat button. You notice this menu, edit, calc, tests. Number 1 is edit. That's how we put the information in. So that's what we're going to push. And you can actually just push the number 1 or you can push enter. Either one works. Now, if you have information in there, you're going to have to clear out any numbers. The easiest way to do that is use the up arrow button right here and make sure the black box is around the list that you want to clear. L2 means list 2. That's the one that I want to clear. Now what I'm going to do is press the clear button. So here's the clear button. I'm going to press it. Notice nothing happens, but if you press the down arrow key to go from the black box from the top to that next one, it clears everything out. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. You could also just press this DEL button, which is the delete button. So if you just press the delete button, then you can delete it one by one. So if you have a lot of numbers in there, clearing that list would be good. If you only have a couple, pressing delete a couple times doesn't matter. So 2 different ways to clear out. Okay, we need to put our x values in L1 and our y values in L2. And that's why I had you write this down, just 1 point under the other, because this is x and this is y. And so in L1, you are going to put these numbers down. Okay, that's why I had you write out the points one on top of each other, because now L1, I could write down -4, and when you do this, I put -4, and then you have to press enter to get it into from here into the list. That's why we call it entering data, because you have to press enter to get the data in. Okay, 0, enter, and 1, enter. Now that I entered my x values in L1, I need to go over to L2. You can just push the over arrow button. That's how you maneuver back and forth. And in L2, it wants me to put down my y values. So here are all my y values. So I'm just going to put in 0, enter, -4, enter, 0, enter. And there are my y values. So L1 is x, L2 is y. Okay, what's next? Now we're going to have to press stat again. So let's go back. Here's the statistics button. And we need to scroll over to calc. So we need to press this right arrow button. So instead of edit, we want to calculate. That's what calc stands for, calculate. Now look down the list. We have different things that we can do, but what we want is number 5. Number 5 says quad reg. That means quadratic regression. And I'm going to write that down. Quad reg. This means quadratic regression. And what quadratic regression means is that we are going to take points and we are going to fit our best curve. It's just like linear regression. Linear regression is we took points and we fit a best fit line. We fit a best fit. So here we're going to fit the best fit curve. Okay, so we are going to go. I'm right here. I need to press number 5. So you can scroll down and press enter, or you can just press the number 5. That's absolutely fine. You should have X list, L1, Y list, L2. So that's what it needs to be set at. If it's not, if this is set like, I don't know, you have some number in there, what you need to do is you have to press the second button, second, and you see a little up arrow, and then you press the number 1. And what that does is it'll get the L1 in there. And if your Y list is not L2, then you press second 2 to get L2 in there. And then you scroll down. You don't need anything else in these, so you can clear them out if they shouldn't have anything in there. And you want the blinking black box to be on calculate, and when it is, you're going to press the enter button. And you're going to see y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, so it's saying this is standard form. It gives you the a, b, and c to substitute in, and r squared is 1, which is great because if it's close to positive 1, that means this equation fits our points perfectly. That means that our curve will go through all the points that we were given, which is great. It's not missing any points. So we write down y equals, our a is 1, so 1x squared. Our b is 3, so that was a. Our b is 3. It's a positive 3, so we're going to put plus 3x. And lastly, our c. Our c is a negative 4, so we're going to put minus 4. And so if you want to write those down here, a equals 1, b equals 3, and c equals negative 4, that's fine. You can write those down. You must give me this equation. This is your answer. You must put it in the equation. If you write this, no, it needs to be an equation. So if I want to graph and check it, I can graph it and check it. What do I mean by that? If I press y equals and I put in x squared plus 3x minus 4, and I go and graph it, it should look exactly like this. And look at that, it does. Except this is a little bit more zoomed in because this goes down to 10 and this only goes down to negative 7. So if I zoomed in, it would be exactly like that. But you can even see that it crosses at negative 4, and positive 1. So all of these points are on my curve. That's why our r squared was equal to 1. Yay, because it's perfect. It fits our points perfectly. That's what r squared equals negative 1 represents. There's more of a definition of r squared that we will get to, but I do want to just focus on our a, b, and c and how to put them into the equation. So we will come back to our r squared. Okay, next, number 2. So let's set this up. L1, L2. L1 is x, L2 is y. Let's get some points here. The first point that I see is going to be 0, 4. 0 on the x, up to 4. Okay, the second point I see is over here, and that's going to be at 2, so 2 on the x, and all the way up to 4 on the y. Okay, so I got these 2 points. I need a third one, so I'm going to look to see if it goes through any perfect corners here, and it does not. So I'm going to estimate one here. So this counts by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. So right in the middle between 0 and 2 is the number 1. And I'm thinking this could be a point right here. So I'm at 1, and then the vertex, the maximum, 6. 1, 6. So I had to put a number in and estimate, and that's fine. In the book, if you need to do that or any problems, we need to estimate a point like that, it's okay. All right, so now that I located 3 points, let's follow the calculator steps. So first is stat and then edit. Okay, so we're going to press stat right here, and then we're going to press 1 for edit, We need to clear out our list, so I'm going to use the clear method where I put the black box on L2, press clear, and press the down arrow key. I'm going to do the same thing for L1, put the black box on L1, press clear, press the down arrow key. Then in my L1, I'm going to put the numbers for the X numbers, 0, enter, 2, enter, 1, enter. Press the right arrow key to get to L2, 4, enter, 4, enter, 6, enter. Again, this really helps when you write the points on top of each other because you can see exactly where they're supposed to go. And I'm just checking them. Perfect. Okay. So let's go back. What am I going to do next? So I put my X values in L1, my Y values in L2. I'm going to press Stat, scroll over to Calc. I need number 5, so I'm just going to press the number 5, making sure my X list is L1, check. My Y list is L2, check. Once these are L1 and L2, just make sure you check them because other people have calculators and you don't want them messing around with it. So just make sure they're L1 and L2. And then I'm going to arrow down to calculate and press enter. There we go. Now, if you want to write down your A, B, and C, A is -2. B is 4 and C is 4. And my R squared is 1, so that means it fits perfectly. One of the meanings of R squared is that it fits the points perfectly. And then I'm going to write my answer. Y equals -2x squared plus 4x plus 4. And I'm going to put a box around my answer because this is what I want. I would like the equation. This is what I'm looking for on your paper. So we have our equation that fits our point perfectly. If we want to graph it to see that it looks the same, we can. We can put it into our calculator. Oh, whoops, let me just clear all that out. I was going too fast there. Plus 4x plus 4. And it should come out looking like this picture. And look at that, it does. Oh, perfect. And we can even see the vertex is at 1, 6 here. It's a beautiful thing. I'm able to check my work and I'm able to get an equation using our graphing calculator. I hope this helped. Thanks.